Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'd like to call this meeting to order, and we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I need a motion to accept the agenda. I have a motion from Trustee Johnson. I need a second.
Second.
I have a second from Trustee Murphy. Trustee Johnson.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Trustee McGlynn.
Yes.
Trustee Hill. Yes. And I say yes. Secretary McGlynn, will you please take attendance?
All trustees are present except for Trustee Payton, Trustee Schaller Barber. Trustee Schaller Barber is joining us via virtually, and she will be watching the meeting, but she will not be taking any votes during the meeting. And Superintendent Slade is also present.
Thank you. Assistant Superintendent Saunders, you are going to do our board recognitions tonight?
I will.
Yes,
Thank you so
ma'am.
much. Thank you, President Harrison. Tonight, we will be recognizing 3 groups of students. We will begin with Parkwood Upjohn. Principal Jessica Rosecrans will introduce us to her students.
All right, good evening. Tonight we'll be recognizing several Parkwood students. First up, we have Aiden Black. Aiden is a 5th grade student who is new to Parkwood this year and has done an excellent job becoming a Parkwood Panther. Aiden was nominated by his teachers for excelling academically and for demonstrating outstanding character. We are very proud of the way Aiden has joined our school and community. Next up, we want to recognize Jasmine Adams. Jasmine is a 5th grade student who has put tremendous effort into finishing her final year at Parkwood strong. She consistently demonstrates hard work, academic dedication, and self-motivation to be the best she can be. Jasmine is shown great growth, and we are so proud of her accomplishment. Next up, we want to recognize Lorelei Kelly. Lorelei is also a 2nd grade student who has demonstrated impressive academic growth this year. She consistently puts in extra effort by arriving early for additional tutoring and working hard throughout her school day. She's a dedicated learner and an upstanding member of our school community. We are so proud to recognize her for her hard work. All right, next we want to recognize Taniko Langston. Taniko is a 1st grade student who has made strong improvements in his reading and academic skills this year. Through hard work at school and continued effort at home, he has shown great determination to become a strong reader. We are so proud of Taniko and are excited to recognize his progress. Next, finally, we want to recognize Braxton Richards. Braxton has been a strong leader and a positive role model at Parkwood Upjohn for the past several years. During his time at school, he has grown tremendously in his academic skills while consistently demonstrating leadership and kindness towards others. We are so proud to have Braxton at our school, and we are glad to recognize him tonight. Thank you. All right, guys, come. We're going to take a picture.
Parents, if you'd like to come up and get pictures. Any parents? Get a photo?
All right, thank you.
Our next recognition will be from Spring Valley. Principal Heather Meisner will introduce us to her students.
Good evening, everyone. I have my last student just coming in, so I'm going to get my awards in order. I am Heather Meisner, the proud principal of Spring Valley Center for Exploration, and tonight I'm excited to recognize some of our young scholars. These students were nominated by their teachers for strong academic achievement and overall citizenship. Each of the students I'm about to introduce come to school eager at each and every day, ready to learn. They're leaders among their peers and model what it means to follow our SOAR expectations. Our first recognition tonight is kindergartner Richard King. Richard has worked hard this year to master his letters and sounds and is well on his way to being a reader. His attendance is outstanding, and he is a great helper to both his friends and his teachers. Congratulations, Richard. Go give Mr. Leland a high five. Next up, I have a set of third grade twins, Beshta and Danish Niksad. These students joined us as newcomers from Afghanistan just over a year ago. Not only have they transitioned to school in America with grace, they have both shown tremendous academic gains over the course of the year. Beshta is now participating in the Curiosity Lab academically talented program, and Danish, as reported by his teacher, is deeply committed to his learning and always helpful to his peers. Congratulations to both of you. Is Joelle here? Joelle's next. There she is. Next up is Joelle Lee, a fourth grader who has shown high motivation to achieve academically this school year. This motivation has helped her move from the 61st percentile in reading in the fall to the 89th percentile this winter. We're proud of you, Joelle. Next up is Samantha Feuer. Samantha joined the Spring Valley family this year as a fifth grader. From her first day, she has been a positive leader and inclusive classmate to her peers, probably what I'm most proud of as her mom as well. Her high academic achievement has enabled her to participate in both reading and math AT programs this school year. Congratulations, Sam. And last but certainly not least, I have another fifth grader, Lennox Neighbors. Lennox has been achieving academic excellence throughout his time at Spring Valley. He's participated in both math and reading AT programs since the third grade and is a student who takes pride in his work and his appearance. And this young man was so excited when I told him he was going to be recognized this evening. It is a moment I know I will carry with me throughout my career. So congratulations, Lennox.
And our final recognition this evening is from Maple Street. Here to introduce us to their wrestlers are their coaches, Coach Caleb Alger, Coach Giorgio Ballantyne, and Coach Thomas Unix.
Good evening. Thanks for having us tonight. This season, our team put forth a tremendous effort that turned into two major accomplishments. As a team, we took third place overall out of 11 teams at the Kalamazoo League meet. And our team also finished the season by winning the KPS City Championship for the second year in a row. To represent our team tonight, I'd like to introduce our wrestlers who became league champions for their brackets. Eli Yoon. Axel Kimbrough. Hussein Tunkara. Callan Krieger.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Karar Al Saidi,
Wrestler shape. Congratulations.
and Tabrion Bradley.
Congratulations. Back up. Back up just a little bit. Yeah. It doesn't slide. President Harris. Congratulations. Congratulations. How are you? President Harrison and the school board, we do have one student that just showed up from Parkwood.
Yes.
Would you be willing?
Yes, absolutely.
I figured you would.
Yes.
Principal Rosecrans.
We're still here.
Okay, thank you so much. We had our last one show up, and I really want to recognize her. This is Jalen Brown. She is a second grade student who has shown remarkable improvement in her attendance this year, along with strong academic growth. Jalen works very hard in the classroom and is a wonderful role model for her peers. We are thrilled to recognize Jalen for her dedication and continued progress.
Dr. Miss. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now that concludes our recognitions for this evening. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Next, we will have committee and school reports. Operations.
Yes, operations met on March 2nd, and we had a financial update from Miss Kaiser. And then we talked a little bit about the future construction at Woodward Elementary and what that will look like. We also kind of went over some information about current teacher salaries and benefit costs, and then also talked a little bit about schools and where the students come from. So how many are actually at their home school and how many travel. So lots of really great information at the meeting.
Governance.
Hello. We met yesterday, actually, and we discussed a couple things. One of the things is actually going to be part of the consent calendar. Do you want me to read that?
Mm-mm.
And I will read that into the record later.
The Superintendent Evaluation Committee met on Monday, and we will be going into closed session for the superintendent to give us his mid-year progress report. The Academic Excellence Committee and the Community Relations Committee are both meeting next week. Secretary McGlynn, do you have any correspondence?
There was no correspondence in the last 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am. I need a motion to accept the items on the consent calendar. I have a motion from Trustee Johnson. I need a second.
Second.
I have a second from Trustee McGlynn. Ms. Kaiser.
Thank you, President Harrison. We have two purchase recommendations this evening. The first is request number 2026-34 in the amount of $308,857.90. And this is for projectors and installation for 3 schools. This would include Arcadia, Greenwood, and Indian Prairie Elementary Schools. And this is funded from the 2022 bond. Next, we have purchase recommendation 2026-35 in the amount of $100,669.86. And this is for the Summer Literacy Independent Reading Program for 2026. And this program will distribute approximately 5,700 books to students currently enrolled in grades K-5. This would be funded by the Instruction Department. Thank you.
Is there any discussion from the board? Trustee McGlynn.
Mostly just to thank you to the voters who voted for the bond and the importance of updating our tech stuff. And then also, obviously, the literacy program in the summer, sending books to kids is such a great thing. We've been doing that for many, many years. And it's so important to just have those kids have those books in hand. So thank you.
Trustee Hill.
Whoops, I'd like to piggyback on to the reading program. So besides sending the books in, is there any more anybody would like to enlighten the room with?
So the biggest perk is that we were able to move the program from just 2nd to 5th grade to K and 1st graders. They also receive a family interaction guide, if you will, with a workbook and a journal to record their thoughts about the books. So we're really excited about that.
Very excited about the summer literacy program. Next up, Trustee Johnson. Now we need a vote. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Trustee Johnson says yes. Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Trustee McGlynn.
Yes.
Trustee Hill.
Yes.
And I say yes. Superintendent's report.
Good evening, school board members, community members. Tonight we're going to share our graduation rate data from last school year. The state released graduation rate data 2 weeks ago, so we're going to share our data with the community this evening. I am proud to say that last year Kalamazoo achieved the highest 4-year graduation rate in the history of the district. Again, I want to say the history of the district. This is the highest graduation rate we've ever had. So I'm very proud to thank our teachers, our students, our principals, our counselors, everybody associated with this great work. So again, it's a community effort. So we moved from 65.85 to 77.35 in a 2-year period, 11.5% increase. Very impressed with that, very happy. We still have room for growth, but again, we're proud to share this information with our community this evening. Also proud to say that every single subgroup in our district improved. And when I say subgroup, I'm talking about males, females, African Americans, Hispanic students, special needs students. If you look up here at the numbers, very impressive. Our Hispanic female group improved by 16%. Our African American males, 20.4%. Very happy to say our students with IEPs improved by 18% again. So great work happening. All of our students are improving. We always focus on all students in the district. Again, major accomplishment, major improvement. Also happy to talk about our high school, our comprehensive high schools. One of our strategic plan goals was to improve our comprehensive high school rates to above the state average or at the state average. I do also want to say that the state of Michigan achieved the highest graduation rate in the history of the state, which was 84%. You look at Kalamazoo High School, they have already passed the state rate, already met the strategic goal, and Lloyd Norris is very close to meeting that goal. So again, our two comprehensive high schools, I want to thank Principal Bogan, Principal Aganaga, the counselors, the teachers, the APs. Again, it's an entire staff focus and effort. So again, great work happening in our two comprehensive high schools. We also have two alternative high schools, Phoenix and Kilp. And what they do is they provide unique, specialized support for students who may have struggled in the comprehensive high school. So those two schools also play a major role in improving not just our graduation rate, but supporting students in all the different subjects, also helping students improve their attendance. I want to thank both of our alternative high school principals, Mr. Gardner and Ms. Kirschman. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was one of the goals that we talked about. I know when I first started 2 years ago, and we're very close to meeting the total goal, but very impressive improvement. Also want to thank the school board and senior leadership for their role in helping to improve graduation rates. We will have our second strategic community plan meeting that will take place on Monday, March the 16th at 6 p.m. Again, this meeting is open to the entire community. We will review the progress that we've made on our strategic plan so far since we adopted the plan in August. So again, making big improvement in that area. We're inviting the entire community, and during that time, we also will have a chance for community members to pose questions. And we try to respond to every question that is posed. We try to be very transparent. This is something that you don't see happening in a lot of school districts where they are very transparent about the progress that the district is making. So again, we're very proud to have our second strategic plan community meeting on March the 16th. We also go out into the community at least once a month to do knock and talk, meaning we go out and knock on doors for students who are struggling with attendance. Principals give us names, and on Saturday from 9 to 5, we're out in the community knocking on doors, trying to improve overall attendance in the district. So that's going to happen this Saturday. So I do want parents to be aware that we are going to emphasize and push attendance until the very last day of school. Students cannot learn if they're not in school. So please send your students to school every day. One of the questions that is always posed to me when we're out knocking on doors, I hear this all the time: how does transportation work in the district? What students are provided a bus and what students are not provided a bus? So for the last 40 plus years, this has been the district's practice. Again, this has been in place for 40 plus years in the district without any change. If you are an elementary school student and you live a mile away from the school in your zone, we do provide transportation. It has to be a mile. If you are a high school or middle school student and you live 1.5 miles or more away from the school, we provide transportation. Again, this is a practice that has been in place in the district for 40 plus years without any change. It's also a common practice in all school districts. So again, this is a question that's kind of posed to me when we're out knocking on doors. So I want to be very clear as we prepare for our knock and talk on this Saturday. And also when we're doing enrollment, I just want our parents to know how we make decisions related to providing bus transportation for students. And again, I want to emphasize this has been the practice for 40 plus years without any change. That concludes the superintendent's report. Thank you.
Thank you. Persons requesting to address the board.
At this time, we will do a first reading for
I'm
various
sorry.
policies in the district. Trustee Murphy.
Trustee Murphy.
Thank you. As part of the policy and
Thank you.
I forgot what the other name is for the committee. It just always used to be policy. Anyway, governance. Thank you. Part of what we do is we review the existing policies for the school district, and make sure that any legal changes that are required are made, that any verbiage needs to be changed. Sometimes it's just to make sure, yes, this is still applicable. We have been doing that and we have voted on some of them, but in the process of becoming the board that we are today, not all of the updates made it to the policy that is available to the public. And so I am going to let you all know that we as a committee discovered 6 policies that were voted on and approved, and the date did not get updated, showing that they were approved by the full board. Those policies are 1.1, 1.2, 1.4, 2.1, 3.1, and 3.8. Record of the original vote is available to review upon request to the board or the district. And we will, in the process of bringing these 6 here tonight, we have discovered additional, and we will be bringing those at the next board meeting as well.
Thank you, Trustee Murphy. Now, persons requesting to address the board. Shona Espinoza.
Hi, my name is Shauna Espinoza. Yeah, it's been a while. So I brought to you ESP Bill of Rights. It's something that I've been working on with the MEA. I feel it's very important that support staff has a Bill of Rights. You know, we deserve a thriving wage. We deserve great health care. We deserve a great retirement. We deserve respect. These are the things that support staff as a whole across the state thought was important. And I wanted to bring it to you guys so you guys can look at it and see what I've been one of the many things that I've been working on with the MEA. And I think it's important that you guys endorse it individually and as a whole, just to show your support staff how important they are. That's just one of many things that I've been working on. Commissioner Wilson asked me to personally ask you, Dr. Slade, if you can come to a meet and greet for the city manager. I believe that's the 10th. He said he emailed you, but he wanted me to personally ask you. Also, I want to invite you guys to come to some of the city commission meetings that I speak at. You know, to me, it's big to be an advocate for those that have voices, especially our children. So I'm personally inviting you guys to come to one of them. But thank you.
Thank you. Morgan Stevenson.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Morgan Stevenson, and I am just a concerned community member. A number of Kalamazoo Public School students, many of them that live in the interfaith community, are walking 1.2 to 1.4 miles to school each day. Even though these distances fall within Michigan's legal range, the conditions that these students are facing are not safe. Hillside Middle School opens at approximately 7 a.m., and they start with providing breakfast. This means students who rely on that meal or who need to arrive early are leaving their homes anywhere between 6 and 6:30 for that at least half-hour walk in optimum conditions. For more than half the school year, September approximately through March, we do not have full sunrise until 7:30 a.m., which means these children are walking in the dark. They are walking on routes that are limited or with non-existent sidewalks, ice and snow that may not have been cleared, uphill in unpredictable Michigan weather. We're all Michiganders, we know. And because Kalamazoo Public Schools does not call snow days until 6 a.m., it is not uncommon for these students to have already left home to walk to school to get there to discover they are closed and then have to walk home again. At Hillside, 64% of their student population are walkers. Families who can drive their children often do in severe weather, which is resulting in additional traffic during those children's walking time in the morning. The families who cannot drive due to medical conditions, limited transportations, work schedules, a lack of access to a vehicle, or just no safe alternative, they or I'm sorry, or with families that have kids with autism, transportation can be a challenge for them, and that does make that a barrier. With IEPs, I do know that transportation can be written in, which is great. However, the families I've talked to within the community, those students are being offered to be bused to a different school than their home school. So effectively, they're being removed from their neighborhood community, safe people, their siblings, and putting into a new and unfamiliar environment. And those with perhaps autism, that can be incredibly detrimental and upsetting to their regulation. So, and this is a clear and systematic transportation gap. It creates avoidable, inequitable barriers to education. Safety should not depend on whether a parent's income or work schedules. I do want to admit that this is a system-wide gap. It's not solely on Kalamazoo Public Schools. So I want you to know that my goal with this is that I want to have a collaborative, meaningful relationship with Kalamazoo Public Schools, the City of Kalamazoo, Kalamazoo Township, and the impacted schools and the impacted communities and families.
Your time is up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Under other business, there's a professional development request for myself. And now we will have comments by trustees. Trustee McGlynn.
Exciting basketball game starting in half an hour. So go Kalamazoo Central. I'm excited for them. I did have the opportunity to go to literacy night with my granddaughter at Winchell, and it was wonderful. They did a great project around Black History Month and had the kids searching out things. It was great. I know all the elementaries had literacy nights, and I'm sure all of them were amazing. But it was great to have that experience with her. And that's all I have.
Trustee Hill.
I want to say congratulations. I heard the basketball game the night before. The girls won their game. I think it was KC girls, Kalamazoo Central. I think they played at Portage Central because we're in the different schools will host. And I too went to literacy night, and I saw 3 different things, and I'll just read them off real quick because they were so nice. Indian Prairie was having an Olympics. So you got to go from room to room, and they had all kinds of Olympics games. There were ribbon dancing, jump rope, hopscotch, and they also had a book fair going on. So I got to write down what was my favorite book, the whole Harry Potter series. I didn't know which one to write. And then I went to King Westwood where they had the Iditarod, because I never can say that word right. So it's the big sled dog race up in Alaska. But the best part was they had real sleds and real sled dogs. And one of the dogs was going to Copper Harbor, which we had in Michigan. It's way up north to race the next day. But that dog was out there getting all the love they could from the kids. It was so sweet. And then Prairie Ridge had lines, lyrics, and literature. And so they had a lot of Black history things going on, some science stuff. They had food truck, which was delicious. It was a fish fry. So there was a lot of kids at all the events, and I was really impressed with the parent turnout and the kid. So keep reading. And I just want to say the Excelsior this time, when my kids were juniors and seniors, we went to college, my husband and I, but everything was different. I don't remember what a FAFSA was. I'd probably never filled that out when I went to college in the 80s. But this has a step-by-step guide on how to register your kid, how to register for the promise, how to, interview at the school. I mean, everything was in here. So parents, if you've got a junior or senior, pick this up and read it. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Murphy.
I just wanted to thank everybody for the attendance at our board meetings and coming to speak to us and giving us notes. I really do appreciate it. They are heard, and we do reach out when we have an answer as a board. If there is anything else that you see or have a suggestion for, please do email the board. we would love to hear it because we are here to help the community. So thank you very much.
Trustee Johnson.
All I got to say is Happy Women's History Month. Most of our teachers are women, so give them a little extra love because this is all about them this month. Okay, that's it.
I don't have too many things. I too also got to attend Literacy Night. I was able to stop by Spring Valley. When I stopped by Spring Valley, I did not get a chance to see all the offerings that they had because I attended a parent advisory committee meeting. And if you know anything about me, you know that I got my start as a parent advocate at North Glade. And so it was just really refreshing to go be with my peers. And one of the things that stood out to me the most is that one of the parents said that she didn't think that their voices were going to be able to be heard. And so I was surprised to be there, and they were surprised that I was there, but it felt really good to be there. I also got to stop by Northeastern. I left from Northeastern and went to Edison, and Edison had Charlotte's Web. So oh my goodness, it was amazing. And so I am encouraging all adults to reread Charlotte's Web, and I'm interested in knowing what the adult lesson that you learned is. Left from Edison and stopped by Woodward, where I became a pirate, and ended my night at Lincoln, where they had a sneaker ball. It was live and in living color at Lincoln. Wanted to thank all of the people that came to participate in our board meeting, and yes. Oh, no, I'm not done. Also wanted to congratulate the district, central leadership, all of the teachers, all of the people that have contributed to KPS having the highest graduation rate in the history of the district. That is really, really big. And I am very proud of the work that you guys have done. And I'm proud of the work that we as a board have done in supporting the work that you have done. And I say it and I really mean it, that this is a board that supports you and wants you to know that we're all in this together. And am looking forward this Saturday to participating in Knock and Talks, because this board has put an emphasis around education. So that is something that is important to all of us. And with that being said, I'll turn it over to the superintendent.
Before we close, I do want to thank Dr. Miller. She's one of the members of our central office team, and she sponsored a college and career readiness event over at the Ed Zoo for hundreds of our middle school students. I also want to thank Mr. McCain. We have a real focus on making sure that our students are prepared to go to college and be successful. And we're starting at that very early grade. So I want to thank her for her hard work and her whole team for that. At this time, I do want to request that the board convene in closed session to discuss my mid-year evaluation.
So I move to convene in closed session under Michigan Code Law Section 15.268, Section A, to consider a periodic personnel evaluation of a public officer, employee, staff member, or individual agent if the named individual requests a closed hearing. An individual requesting a closed hearing may rescind the request at any time, in which case the matter at issue must be considered after the recession only in open sessions. I need a second.
Second.
I have a second from Trustee Murphy. Trustee Johnson? Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee McGlynn?
Yes.
Trustee Hill?
Yes.
And I say yes. We will not be coming back onto the board floor. We will be coming back onto the board floor. We will. Yes, we will. We will be coming back onto the board floor, and